Ha. Trying to get... Well, I guess I really can't, so... A little bit help would do. Wow. That guy popped up just in right time. Whoa, what do you think you're doing to me? What was that? Was that a trap? Did I walk into a trap again? Whoa! We got history. Let's see what he has to say about Cookwall. As the imperial borders slowly receded after the devastation with First Blight and the subsequent barbarian invasion, many outposts in the area, known today as the Three Marches, were cut off from the centers of power. Numerous warlords tried consolidating the region into a single kingdom, but resistance prevailed, and Marius held out for almost a century until it fell to a slave revolt in 25 Ancient. It was not the first such revolt Marius suffered, but it was the last. It started when an alarming slave named Wadan began earning popularity and power by pushing for better conditions. Wadan's growing influence prevented the magistrates from touching him, but eventually they had him poisoned. Furious, a group of Wadan's supporters stormed the gallows and were massacred, and so began a bloody year-long rebellion. The city burned, a wealthy high town was sacked. The magistrates hung before cheering crowds, and Marius assumed the new name of Cookwall, Cook meaning black, after its jet stone cliffs. The new city plunged into anarchy. For over a decade, its defenses fell into ruin. Cookwall has been conquered many times since, the city's own independence suffering since the freeing of its slaves. From Cookwall, the City of Chains, by Bullet Gentivi, 924 Dragon. I see shininess. Yay! This is the way to go. Where are you going, doggy?
Did that bastard Gambit put you up to this? I knew I should have slit his throat.
Oh, this isn't helping. Where's the master slave? Ah, I'm a mage too. You die. Ouch. Oh, they're gone now. We're good. I believe we're suffering from poison.
So, what have you thought of the weather lately?
Really, I'm a joker. Yeah, I'm a joker.
That has to be the vault. If there's anything to learn about the family, that's where it is.
History of the Circle. It is true in university and knowledge that nothing is more successful at inspiring a person to mischief as being told not to do something. Unfortunately, the Chantry of the Divine Age has some trouble with obvious truths. Although it did not outlaw magic, quite the contrary, as the Chantry relied upon magic to kindle the eternal flame which burns in every brazier in every Chantry, it relegated mages to lighting candles and lamps, and perhaps occasionally doing dusting of rafters and eaves. I will give my reader a moment to contemplate how well such a world satisfied the mages of the time. It surprised absolutely no one when the mages of Valrus in protest snuffed the secret flames of the cathedral and barricaded themselves inside the choir loft. No one, that is, but Divine Ambogia II, who was outraged and tempted to order an exalted march upon her own cathedral. Even her most devout Templars discouraged the ideas. For 21 days the fires remained unlit while negotiations were conducted, legend tells us, by shouting back and forth from the loft. The mages went truly into exile in a remote fortress outside the capital, where they would be kept under the watchful eye of the Templars and counsel of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the Chantry, the mages would form their own close society, the Circle, separated for the first time in human history. From of Fires, Circles, and Templars, A History of Magic in the Chantry by Sister Patrine, Chantry scholar. See. Well, I got 9 gold.
So this is it? Grandfather's will? Let's just take it back to Mother and be done with it.
I don't think there's any point in delaying the news.
Oh wait, I had another quest, didn't I? Oh, I messed up. I think I'll go back to that one another time.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
Grandfather left everything to Mother and us. I guess he had some sense after all. See for yourself.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her. The estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Check out the part where Gamlen is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Gamlen, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is!
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra. Look, sister, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make a willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
I'm shaking my head against you, Gamlen. Oh, the cardinal rules of magic. You must not be under the misimpression that magic is all-powerful. There are limits, and not even the greatest mages may overcome them. No one, for instance, has found any means of traveling, either over great distance or small ones, beyond putting one foot in front of the other. The immutable nature of the physical world prevents this. So no, you may not simply pop over to Merophorus to borrow a cup of sugar, nor may you magic the essay you forgot in the apprentice dormitory to your desk. You will simply have to be prepared. Similarly, even when you send your mind into the Fade, your body remains behind. Only once has the barrier been overcome, and reputably, the spell required 2/3 of Illyrium in the Terminator Imperium, as well as the lifeblood of several hundred slaves. The results were utterly disastrous. Finally, life is finite. A truly great healer may bring someone back from the very precipice of death, when breath and heartbeat have ceased, but the spirit still clings to life. But once the spirit has fled the body, it cannot be recalled. That is no failing of your skills or power, it's simply reality. From the lectures of First Enchanter Wenceslas. I wonder if we can move out of this old dusty house soon. I don't like it here. Sorry. Well, yeah, I think I'm done right now. I did quite a bit today, and it's a good time to quit for me. So I guess I'll just gonna save. Always don't forget to save. As you can see, some of my save files are gone. It's because of the hard drive installing and backup and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I get more videos on some other time. I'm probably gonna have to work on my project, and then I can start Dragon Age Origins and switch around between those two. Until then, see you people. I enjoy your company.